What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Tay Out The Way, coming at you with another YouTube video. So today we're going to be talking about how it's okay to be lost, but not okay to be idle. So today we're going to go over three main topics in hopes to be able to stop you from being an idle person. So point number one is nothing changes if nothing changes. Now, what that means is your situation will never change if you don't take any action. If you haven't got a job right now and you're not applying for jobs or you're not creating a side hustle, how do you expect to make money? It just doesn't make sense. If there's something that you want to get better on, you have to take action to actually make progress. Now, why you? There are billions of people on this planet that are in terrible situations. But what makes you special enough to think that you deserve to be handed the golden ticket and just given everything you wanted? Now, I was never raised in a religious household, so I don't really believe in spirituality or manifesting. However, I am trying to be more open to those kind of ideas. But for those of you that do believe in it, spirituality and manifesting without action is essentially a dream. Why would your God of choice or the universe or whatever power it is that could change your life be willing to bless you if you aren't willing to bless yourself? It just doesn't make sense. If you're not ready for the opportunity to be given to you, it will never come. Now, you are a sum of your choices. So when you was younger, you made bad decisions. And at the time, there didn't seem like there was a cost. However, that price tag was paid for by your future self, which is now your present. And you've got two choices here. You either push it on even more. So you're going to push it onto your future self again. And in 10, 20 years, you're going to regret all the choices you made now. Or you can finally start to make a change. It hasn't got to be drastic. It hasn't got to be blatantly in your face. Just small, consistent amount of change will change your life. Now, point number two is, what are you doing to change? Every day that you don't do the thing that you want, someone else will. Every day that you don't get in the gym, your friend started. Every day that you didn't speak to that girl, someone else did. Every day that you didn't start that side hustle, a child did. A 10-year-old did, a 12-year-old did. And the worst thing is, you'll never see their efforts. And the reason why this is bad is because had you had taken the leap like they did, your whole situation could be different. Your whole life could have already been changed, but you keep putting it off. Think about it this way. If you and your friend Dan wanted to start the gym on the exact same day together, and for whatever reason, something comes up, you can't go anymore. But then because you don't go that first day, you keep putting it off, you keep putting it off, putting it off. Now 3 months has passed. You haven't seen Dan at all. Then the next time you see him, he's unrecognizable. He's in the best shape of his life. He's full of confidence. He seems more sure of himself. First thing you'll probably ask him is, how did you change so quickly? And his response to you will be, I put in the work when no one else wanted to. So just let that be food for thought. And then that doesn't just apply to the gym. This applies to all areas of life. So once again, every day that you do not act, someone else will. Now, another thing that's important for change is what you're consuming. And no, I don't mean food. What I'm talking about is the content or the general things that you're consuming. Are you watching something that's actually going to educate you in some way about a topic that you don't know about? or something that you are interested in and would like to pursue further, maybe even make it a career? Or are you just watching mind numbing entertainment? You could go home after work tired and you can watch a Mr. Beast video. And after that, let's say it's an hour long video has passed, you gain nothing from it, you're more tired, and you're probably more likely to consume some more content that's brain numbing. Or you could go watch something that is actually interesting or is a skill that you can learn and put it to work. I'm sure in the 24 hours that we have in a day, that you can at least put aside 1 hour a day to be able to practice a skill or research a skill, so that when you do practice, that you'll be more knowledgeable. But with the things that you're consuming, there is a pitfall, because they normally do one of two things. They'll either make you spiral by reinforcing your current worldview, or they'll change your worldview. Now, let's say you've always been awkward with girls, or they've never shown any interest in you. If you watch content that reinforces this idea of you're useless, girls won't want you unless you're making £100,000 a year, then of course you're going to keep spiraling and spiraling, and then you're never going to make an effort with women because you're too scared to, because of your reinforcing beliefs. Or you could watch content which changes your perspective. So you might watch something where a guy says otherwise, where he's saying that personality and just being a good person is more beneficial in trying to get a relationship than it is money, for example. So you never want to be reinforcing a negative worldview. If you want to reinforce a positive worldview, that's fine. But you never want to spiral down. Always want to try and spiral up if possible. Now, are you actually trying new things? Now, you might be thinking, what has this got to do with change? By trying new things, you might accidentally find your purpose, if you believe in the concept of having a purpose. How would you know that you're supposed to be a an elite level pottery maker unless you actually try a pottery class? And whilst you're trying new things, this will help open your perspectives, and it will help you with your openness in general. So obviously, let's say you've never listened to rock music in your life, but you just say, "Oh, I won't like it," and then a friend just magically decides, "Oh, we're gonna go to a rock concert," and you actually give it a go, and you actually turns out that it's actually some of your favorite music. You would have never known that you were interested in that if you weren't open and willing to give someone else's perspective a try. And by doing new things as well, you'll meet new people, and those people might know their purpose, and they might know their perspectives better than you know your own, and they can help you discover your purpose. So they all interlink. If you know your purpose, you will be able to meet people that can help you with your mission or are on a similar kind of journey. If you are closed with your experiences and your perspectives, then you're unlikely to meet new people that will get you to try new things. And my final point for today is your future. Now, a lot of people think that you have to instantly cut out all your bad habits and magically become this new person overnight, and that really isn't what it is. What I want you to do is I want you to apply a method that I call the triple R method to any bad habits that you have. So these are pretty simple. It's recognize, reduce, and replace. Recognizing that you have a problem is the first key to actually being able to change. So say, for example, smoking. If you smoke every day and you just think that's okay, then you'll keep doing it. But if you recognize that it is a problem, you can then actually start to make change. Now, once again, I'm not saying you have to cold turkey stop smoking, but now you can at least make an effort to reduce or replace those habits. So, say you're smoking a pack of cigarettes every day, just try and cut it down to 10. It will feel like a big change at first, but then over time, you'll just get used to it to the point where you can either wean yourself off and completely cut it out, or you need to find a healthier habit that you can replace your bad habit with. So this could be like a flavored toothpick if we're still going on the example of smoking. Normally with smoking, it's the addiction, but it's also the hand movement, like just doing something with your hand. So now if you have something else that you can put in your hand to replace the repetitive kind of action, then it will help you ease off a little bit more. And the final thing that I want you to do for your future is pretty simple. I just want you to visualize a future you want. And I want you to be quite specific. I want you to envision a house that you want, a car that you want. If you want a family, what does that look like? You know, what do you do for fun? That kind of thing. Then once you've visualized it, I want you to make a plan to get there and simply execute it. If your goal is to become a famous YouTuber and your plan is that you're going to post 3 times a week for the next 5 years until you blow up, then there you go. You just have to execute the plan. Just upload 3 videos a week for 5 years. Obviously, how you get your future isn't guaranteed. You can't just say in 5 years, I'm going to be a millionaire. It's not guaranteed. But if you're putting in the work, it's more likely than not that you will eventually get there one day. And try and build habits of that person. If you think of your future self as this high class, respected, cool, calm individual, what would the habits of that person be? Is that going to the club every week and getting drunk? Or is that staying in the house, maybe reading, going to a jazz concert, something like that? If you can build the habits of the person, you'll slowly become that person. You're not fixed in how you are as a person. You can change that at any given time. So that's going to be all from me today, guys. So I'm going to summarize everything we've gone over today. So nothing changes if nothing changes. There are people out there that are willing to do the work when you are not, and they are going to see the results faster than you. So you need to make sure that you're putting in effort every day. What are you doing to change? This is consuming and trying to be open to new perspectives and things that are actually going to better your life rather than just numb you to the reality of the world. And point number 3 is just envisioning your future and how you're going to get there. So once again, guys, that's it for today. My name is Tay Out The Way. I want you to choose your plan and stick to it. Just as I'm sending off this video, I'm going to give you guys a challenge. I want you to try something that you've been putting off for a month. 30 days of just doing that thing. It could be talking to girls. It could be saving money. Could be a side hustle. Anything. Just do it for a month. And I guarantee you, you will feel a lot better about your current situation. And even then, try it for a month. And if you don't feel better, you've not lost anything. But let me know in the comments if you found this guy, if you guys found this video informative. Thank you very much. Love.